How to PC issue fix white heavy checkmark. Welcome back tech lovers to a new Thursday Teknobalta fix. Today we are tackling a very annoying issue in Counter-Strike 2. Many players report that their audio simply stops working every Thursday 10 minutes. This happens randomly during matches and requires a restart. The root cause is of the way the game handles the default audio DVs. Let us dive into the first and most effective solution. Open your Counter-Strike 2 settings menu. Navigate to the audio tab at the top of the screen. Look for the option labeled audio DVs. By default, this is set to System Default DVs. Click the drop-down menu and select your actual headset or speakers. Do not leave it on default, as the game may lose track of the hardware. This forces the Source 2 engine to maintain a direct connection. If the audio cuts out again, try toggling this set back and forth. Now let us look at the Streamlined push-to-talk option. Set this to yes if your game stutters when you speak. However, for some devices, set this to no can prevent audio drops. Experiment with both settings to see which is stable for you. Next, we need to check your Windows sound control panel. Press the Windows key and are on your keyboard. Type mmsys.cpl and hit enter. Find your active playback DVs in the list. Right-click it and select Properties. Go to the Advanced tab at the top. Ensure the default format is set to 48,000 Hz. This is the native sample rate for the Source 2 engine. Mismatched sample rates can cause the audio buffer to overflow. Uncheck the box that says Allow applications to take exclusive control. This prevents the game from locking the DVs incorrectly. Click APY and then OK to save the changes. If you are using a USB headset, we must check power settings. Right-click the Start button and open Device Manager. Expand the Universal Serial Bus Controllers section. Right-click on every USB root hub and go to Properties. Under Power Management, uncheck Allow the compiler to turn off this DVs. This stops Windows from cutting power to your headset during low activity. Now let us address the Steam software itself. Open your Steam library and right-click on Counter-Strike 2. Select Properties from the drop-down menu. Go to Installed files and click Verify Integrity of Game files. This will replace an corrupted audio config files. Wait for the process to complete before launching the game. We should also check for conflict background applications. Software like Nahimic or Sonic Studio of 10 cause issues. These programs try to add extra effects to your sound. Disable them in the Task Manager under the Startup tab. Restart your PC after disabling these success. If the issue persists, we can try a launch option. In the Game Properties, find the General tab. Type "no joy" in the Launch Options box. This disables joystick support, which can sometimes interfere with audio. Another tip is to update your chipset drivers. Visit your motherboard manufacturer's website. Download the latest AMD or Intel chipset software. This improves how your USB ports communicate with the CPU. Also check if there is a BIOS update available. Some older BIOS versions had USB disconnect bugs. Update ing can fix the root hardware instability. In the game console, you can try reset the sound system. Enable the developer console in the game settings. Press the tilde key to open the console during a match. Type snd_restart and hit enter. Note that in CS2 this command may be restricted. However, it is worth trying if you lose sound mid-round. Let us check the Windows Audio service. Type ser6ses.msc in the Windows search bar. Find Windows Audio in the list of ser6ses. Click it and select Restart. This can refresh the entire sound stack without a PC reboot. Make sure your headset is plugged into a USB 3.0 port. These ports are usually blue in color. Avoid using USB hubs or extension cables. These can cause signal degradation and drops. If you use Bluetooth, disable the hands-free Telephony profile. This profile lowers audio quality and cause crashes. Go to Devices and Printers in the control panel. Click your headset and go to ser6ses. Uncheck hands-free telephony and click OK. This will force the headset to stay in high fidelity mode. Now let us look at Steam Cloud synchronization. Sometimes old config files are downloaded and overwrite your settings. Disable Steam Cloud for CS2 temporarily. Delete your local config folder in the Steam directory. The path is usually userdata/your-id/7thursdayt. Restart the game to generate fresh default files. This ensures no old settings are causing the Thursdayt menu to drop. Check your Windows update history for recent changes. If an update coincides with the issue, try rolling it back. Windows 10 installs generic drivers that break audio. Always use the drivers from the hardware vendor. For Realtek Audio, use the DCH drivers if possible. These are more stable with modern Windows 10 and 11. If you use a GPU HDMI audio, disable it if not needed. NVIDIA high definition audio can conflict with your headset. Disable it in the device manager under sound controllers. This simplifies the audio pathway for the operating system. Let us talk about the game cache. Go to Steam Settings and then the Downloads tab. Click on Clear Download Cache at the bottom. This will log you out of Steam, but can fix file ACSES errors. Log back in and try play a match. If the sound still drops, check your temperatures. Overheat chipsets can cause USB controllers to reset. Use a tool like HWNFO to monitor your hardware. Ensure your PC has adequate airflow during long sessions. Some players found that disabling the Steam overlay helped. Go to CS2 Properties and uncheck Enable the Steam overlay. This reduces the number of hooks into the game process. Also close Discord or disable its overlay. Discord is known to steal audio focus from games. In Discord, go to Audio and Video settings. Turn off the option for direct hardware acceleration. This can sometimes clash with the Source 2 audio engine. If you use a SteelSeries headset, disable SONAR. SONAR creates virtual devices that often fail. Stick to the raw hardware output for the best stability. Check your Windows previous settings for the microphone. Ensure that applications have permission to access it. If Windows blocks the mic, it can sometimes crash the audio stream. This is a common issue after a big Windows update. Let us look at the power plan in Windows. Set your PC to high performance mode. Go to Edit Power Plan and then Advanced Settings. Find USB settings and disable USB selective SUSPend. This ensures the USB bus is always fully powered. No more sleep ports during your matches. If you have a dedicated sound card, try moving it to a different slot. IRQ conflicts can cause audio to stop work ing suddenly. This is rare but PSI-able on older motherboards. Try OOSing the front panel audio jack instead of the rear, or vice versa to rule out a bad port. If you OOS a mixer like Voicemeeter and Showa, all sample rates match. Everything must be set to 48,000 Hz. A single DVs at 44.1 will cause desync. This desync leads to the Thursday UT audio drop. We have already a lot of technical grown today. Remember, the most important step is the in-game DVs selection. Stop OOSing system default and pick your headset manually. This fixes the issue for 90% of players. If you found this helpful, please subscribe for more deep DIY fixes. We are committed to solve every hardware and software puzzle. Keep your drivers updated and your configs clean. Good luck in your next Premier match. Thank you for watching Teknobalta. See you in the next fix.